Hey everyone, I thought I'd go through one of my most liked pictures on my design Instagram, Tom.on.id, which is this sail chair, and it was quite an easy render to set, to be honest. And I think it sort of shows that sometimes you don't have to spend too long in the rendering area of product design to actually get the result you want. So without further ado, going into Keyshot and dragging in your model. As such, it takes a bit of time to import. I know that with these sail chairs in the competition, there were some issues with some of the mesh, and I know you probably could do some mesh simplification before you bring it into Keyshot, but for the sake of this and for the competition, I've just dragged it in as such. So you get your blank chair. One of the first things that I do normally is go into GPU mode, because as you can see it just speeds it up massively. We're at 78 samples per second with that, which is so much faster. So firstly I'll just sort of set some materials, so dragging in this black rough plastic, just straight out of Keyshot. Doesn't look too bad. One of the tricks that I like to do is by holding shift right click and then left click. That just means you can go through things really quickly and scrub through and make things the colours you want, like that. As well as if you drag onto stuff, sometimes it links. In this case it hasn't, but yeah. And then we just add a colour perhaps like that, which is linked to here. This these like that. We might want to add some colour to the bottom, give that some visual interest. Make these all black as such. The green here, in there, black there. You can see that just like super duper quickly you can start to make texture things really speedy. Like that. I know that if I turn around this way it will be a bit incorrect, so you can do that. So that is how you can sort of quickly add materials to objects. So the next part that's important for rendering is the environment. So at the moment we're just using a standard stock environment from Keyshot's built-in HDRIs, which is not ideal. So what we are better off doing is making a custom environment where you can click here and you get a new environment. So I normally, I believe with this image I used a black background, and then you can add lights as you go, as such. So you might want the backlight behind it. You click on this button here to where you click on the model, it sets the light, which is super handy. So if I click here, it will light that area. Because if I click here, it will light that area. So I click another light, like that. Click on the crosshairs. Maybe increase the size, you get a softer light, change the brightness, and then to get the backplate image, you can change that over here, like that. So I think in my render I used a colour of some sort. I'll just use that for now. So going back to our lights, we can see what does what effect. So that does the background. It could be tempted to increase the radius of that, maybe brightness, just to give it a bit of contrast. Such, this one is not really doing that much, so we'll get rid of that one. This one is doing backboard, so we can increase the brightness of that pin over here. Something like that, make it a bit more contrasty, maybe the radius as well. Oops, so yeah, you've got to be careful when it's on the crosshairs, because where you click it will change the light, so you can click done. And now, let's just quickly some materials for that. Missed out one here as well. So yeah, you can see that we've clearly set up a custom lighting scene that just is a bit more custom to the shape that you've got. The next thing that you want to do is change your light presets to product, go to image, and definitely change it to photographic, play around with the exposure a little bit, adjusting the white levels, contrast, curve, make it a bit more visually interesting, reduce the shadows, maybe bring it down the mid-tones a bit, up in the lights, increase the reflections, the whites, up in the highlights, with the saturation, be a bit crazy, with a bit of denoise just to get into the old school look. That's a bit of get. But yeah, you can quickly see how you build up a scene. So if you add a camera, change the presets, not presets, the light aspect ratio of the image, and then the perspective is another important thing. Whether you want to go sort of ISO or super whack. I think with humans we see it at 30. But if you're going for a bit more of an ISO look, you go 60. Yeah, so that, in short, is how you can render out really quick renders that don't look too bad and don't really take too long. You know, you can quickly change things as you need to make it look how you want. Yeah, that's all for this video. Until next time, I'll keep trying to put out content. Ciao, ciao, bye.